Hi everybody. So last night I just watched like the last 5 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2, and it has my favorite episode in it, the Guru. And it's my favorite episode because it has this bald man with this big old beard, and he's explaining to Aang how the chakras work. And they have these little like pools, and in the pools, he uses those pools to explain how the energy flows up through the chakras. And I just love it because it's really, really simple, and it has like these really great pictures, and I really like it. So as I was watching it, I had some thoughts that I wrote down and chewed on, and I really liked them, and so I thought I'd share with you my thoughts because I had a problem when I first learned about when I first saw the episode, when they're like, to open up your 7th chakra at the top of your head, you have to let go of your attachment to all earthly things. And I was kind of confused by that because I was like, but the love is good. Like, Aang's issue is like, but I love this girl. Like, why do I need to let her go? And so I had the same problem. And so as I started to think about it, I realized I actually thought of a musical. One of my favorite musicals, Children of Eden. And in the song, there's a repeating theme. And it says the hardest part of love is the letting go. And so I thought about how real love respects people's agency. And real love will never infringe on people's agency. So if people want to leave, the hardest part about loving them is letting them leave. And so I really thought about that, and I realized that if God is our example of all things, then he's the example of how to live with all the chakras open. And that might be kind of a renegade thought, but that's how I think about things. And so I realized that God honors my agency, and he honors everybody's agency. But he doesn't just, let me go willy-nilly. He loves me so intensely that I don't want to leave. And so when the heart is open and the heart is just pumping out all sorts of massive amounts of love, then you can be willing to let people go and let their agency play a part and have your heart and your crown open. And so for me, that was mind-boggling. And I was like, oh, you know what? I can do that. Like, I feel like, to me, that makes sense. To me, that made more sense than, detaching myself from all the things of the world, because God wept over, the people's disobedience. So the people in Enoch, or in the revelation that Enoch had in the book of Moses, God was weeping. And so I was like, clearly he's not detached from, the things of the world. He cares about the people of the world. He has love for them, and he's sad that they're hurting and that they're being disobedient, but he honors their agency. It's that crown thing. He's willing to let them go and do that, even though it hurts him. And so my other thought was about the 2nd chakra, and the guru said it deals with guilt, and or it deals with pleasure, and it's blocked by guilt. And so I was thinking about it, and I realized when I live in accordance with all of God's commandments, then I can live without guilt. And because I know I have a Savior, when I am imperfect and I have a mortal moment, or I'm human, then I can turn to God and be cleansed and forgiven and live free of guilt. And so that also would open up that 2nd chakra. So there were lots of ideas I had teaming about all the chakras and LDS doctrine and the plan of salvation and how they all fit together, and how living the gospel truly and fully and understanding the commandments will actually open up all of our chakras and let us be enlightened. But I'll have to share those for another time. For right now, I just wanted to share these. So I hope you found this interesting, and I will, if you have any comments, leave them below. Also, if you want, you can check out my blog at likenephi.blogspot.com.